right. Grand Rising, good day to the Peak Wellness Hour. We are so excited to be here with you all. We missed you last week. We were missed. We were MIA. So for anyone that showed up and we were not here, our sincere apologies. We took a day off. But we're back and we are super excited to dive into this conversation. I always say that, but I'm always excited. We're always excited for these conversations. And today, as we continue through spring, the spring season, and we're slowly moving into summer, we want to make sure that we are doing our spring cleaning with our mind, body, and soul. So, we're going to be talking about detoxing on all those different levels. So, I hope you join us. We stick with us. Please share with a friend, invite someone to come on over and have this discussion. Even if they watch it on a replay, that's all right. We want to share this information with you all. So grab a pen and paper, and we're going to get started in just a moment. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. You all hit that like button as you're coming in. We're so grateful to be here with you all again. We are talking about detoxing, like I said, and I'm telling you right now, I am in detox mode right now. It is not normal for me to be here without all my makeup on. I don't wear too much, but my face on and whatnot. But I am actually, when we're done with this broadcast, my king and I are going walking. So I've got my deep conditioning going. I cleansed my face this morning, but I figured I'd put a little something, a little bit of color. But I'm going to detox by way of walking and just releasing some things. So that is what I am excited to do. I know Queen Edith here has been exercising. We're just talking about that, and she's partially motivated me to get out and walk. So I've been doing that, and it feels so good. I don't know, Queen, I don't know about you, but it does feel detoxifying just to be on that walk, just to exercise. My little shoulders are sore. I've been doing my little push-ups. I've been trying to get in gear, you all. But the important thing with that is, they say no pain, no gain. You got to push through the process. And that goes with detoxing too. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Pushing that process. I'm going to read this really quick and I'm going to turn it over to Queen Edith. But detox, where are my notes? Detox is a process or a period of time in which one abstains from or rids the body of toxins or unhealthy substances. So the word process there is going to be so important as we're going to give you tips, tricks, techniques to, again, detox the mind, body, and soul. So without further ado, Queen.
Hey. Today is the last Saturday. Is it the last Saturday for the month of
It is. It is.
Right? It's the last Saturday for the month of April. Wow. 2026 is it's running really very fast, but we are excited to come your way. And once again, we do apologize for not being here last weekend. Sometimes life happens. And but we keep pushing and we keep pushing. We are just excited to come back your way with this topic of detoxing. Detoxing on all levels. Queen is going on a walk, enjoying the weather, sweating some things out of her body with her cane. A couple of the exercises together, I don't want to finish the rest, but I promise you, other things really go well too as well. Okay, Queen is laughing. She's an adult. She knows what I'm talking about. Okay, but I have also been exercising, at least trying to get 30 minutes walks in,
Mhm.
3 to 4 days a week. Yeah, I do have my early morning routines as well. I'm doing a lot of strength training. I'm trying so much. My goal, though it's good for me all around, my goal is to look my best at on my 60th, okay, which is a year and a few months from now. So it's countdown towards my 60th birthday. The other thing I've been doing and I'm learning to do is to also fast, both spiritually, do as fast, which is healthy for the body in itself. So that's also another form of detox, fasting. And when I'm fasting, what I'm doing is that I'm fasting from food, but I am feeding myself with spiritual food, the Word of God. And so that's also another form of detox. Okay. There's another, as a therapist, I wouldn't do myself any justice if I don't talk about detoxing in our mindsets, which ultimately shows up in our habits and our choices, basically our behaviors. So we're going to cover all these to the best of our ability. We have just about 1 hour, or if not less, to go into it. We're going to talk about it. It's spring reset, right? Cleaning up the closets, and I need a whole lot of cleaning and tidying up and moving things away and stuff like that. So we're gonna go into it. We encourage you, invite your friend, invite your family. It is the peak wellness hour, the whole conversation for the whole body, whole spirit, and whole mind. We are here to be better, to get better. And what I love about this is that we are putting into practice what we are preaching.
Yes.
Because, well, if you want to exercise with me or Queen or both of us, you want to do something together this spring, you want us to get together a day, fast, and get together and pray together. Pray some things. I'm all for it. Let's plan it. Let's plan a Saturday where we get together and pray together. Make that day a day of fasting and pray our hearts out. Pray some things out and pray some new in. How about that? Quick.
There you go. And you all know Queen Edith, Pastor Lady Reverend Queen Edith does church. What it say? Church, bringing
Bringing
church to your
church
home.
to
Bring,
your home. Bringing
yes.
church to your home. That's my passion.
So that
That's
is her
my
passion.
heart. And I haven't talked about it much, but I'm going to start hitting social media. But I'd like you to invite me to your home. And I'll be happy to come. We can set up a day and time. There's no restrictions. It can be in the evening, it can be in the morning, it can be at night, it can be on the weekends. We, according to our schedule, what our schedule would allow. I want to bring church into your home. You know what? There's a lot going on. And I don't, this is not a platform for it, but look out for me on my personal page. I will be talking about it and we'll get together, spend some time in the Lord. That's the one of the best ways to reset and detox. All right. Thank you, Queen.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got to mention what we have going on in our own lives as we come here to you all. So you all feel free also to, if you have something going on again, please say hello if you are in the digital building. Even if you watch us after we're live, leave a comment. We want to know what you all have going on also. So that is an awesome way to detox and declutter sometimes is networking and collaborating with people that are like-minded to help you build and grow. It's a stress reliever. You know, relieving stress is detoxification. Okay. So let's and Queen Edith has brought up some great points as far as what we're going to discuss. So I think let's start with detoxing the mind. And maybe we can go to soul and spirit next and then to the body. Because from my perspective, and I find this to be true, if your mind is not, if you're not well balanced in your mind, right, everything else is out of whack. Okay. Um, your spirit man is out of whack, your soul's out of whack, your body's out of whack, you know, your environment is out of whack when your mind is not aligned with your purpose and your mission, your destiny, however you want to put that. When you're just not aligned, um, and you're in balance in your mental well-being, everything else does shift. So let's focus on first of all the mental detoxing the mind. Let's go there. Queen, what do you think?
I
There's
will start
Go
with
ahead.
a scripture that says that you cannot pour wine into an old wineskin. You cannot pour wine into an old wineskin because the old wineskin will not have the capacity to hold the new. In order to do that, if you do that, what's going to happen is that the old wineskin is going to burst, and the good, both the good and the old, will be wasted. Think about this. So many of us are looking for an opportunity for new things. But we continue to have, let me put it this way. One of the things I've come across when dealing with people, the biggest statements people make is, that's how I have always done it. That's how we've always done it. So then that becomes culture or religion. The moment somebody says, that's how it's been, that's how I've always done it, that's how I've lived my life, it tells me that they are not ready to open the door to the new. And one of the ways to open the door to the new is to make sure that your house is cleaned. Okay, when you go, you need new clothing. Okay, and you're gonna shopping and you bring new clothing in. One of the things we have to do is to take out the old. But some of us want to hold on to the old that we have not worn for years. It hasn't fit for years. And every time we say, I'm going to either lose weight to fit into it or gain a little weight to fit into it, but for years. And it's the same with your mindset, your way of thinking, your way of looking at situations, your way of processing information, your way is not worked. Or if it worked for a season. You are getting ready to enter into your next level, and you still want to hold on to those old precepts, old concepts, old things that does not bring about or is not helping with where we are going. There's a scripture in the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. If you're not a Christian, you're not bound to it. But I am coming from where I am coming from. I'm a combination. It says, you must be transformed, or you become transformed. I'm not quoting, I don't want to quote. By renewing your mind. What happens is that the way you process information in your mind determines how you feel, and how you feel will tell you or will direct how you behave. Do you want me to repeat it? The way you process information will tell you how you feel. How you feel will automatically translate to your behavior. Okay, so if we're gonna go ahead, if you're gonna detox, what are some of the thought processes that I have that has not helped me, that is hindering my progress? That's a question you will have to answer for yourself. That's a question you will have to answer for yourself. Okay, in therapy, or we call it countering, let me put it this way, countering the negative beliefs, the negative thought processes. So some people have said that I met a man through counseling who said to me he was very good at what he did, but every time he had the opportunity to showcase it, he felt like people will see that he's not all that. He's faking it. He's not real. And because of that, he shuts down and holds back and loses opportunities that come his way. The question is, he was good at his skill. And even when people were saying it and telling him, he was saying and flinching inside because he thought he was fake. He thought he may be good at that, but he himself was fake. And so the moment he opens up, people are going to see the reality of him. So he put himself in a position where he couldn't advance his career. He resorted to working a call center job rather than pursue his career. He didn't feel worthy. He felt people will see through him. But what people were going to see through was not him, was his work. But he was seeing through him. And for that reason, he wasn't able to advance. What was it that was making him feel like he was not good enough when everybody can see the skill? This person's an artist, clearly. So the thing is, sometimes our mindsets are from our history. Maybe you had somebody who said some things to you that are impacting your life, and you continue to process it, you continue to believe it, and because of that, you haven't given yourself a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So your mindset starts with, what are you thinking about yourself in the privacy of your home? Oh, everybody's giving you compliments. You think you're somebody, you are nothing. You are nothing. And so you begin to hold back. Your mindset. My mindset says, I've been through this. I've been through that. Let me give an example. My mind said that, well, you know what? My mother just finished high school. My sister just, oh, my mother was raped. My grandmother was raped. I've been raped. Or I'm nothing. Nothing can come out of me because of that. You don't even look at the situation you've been through and say, how can I turn this into purpose? How can I use this to encourage young ladies who have been through what I've been through, and find a way to turn this around and empower ourselves and move forward? There's a reason for everything. I'm not saying everything that happens to you is good, but you can take it and use it, flip it around and use it for good. You went through it. You learned some things. You experienced some things. And I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to let that shame hide me. I feel ashamed. So I'm not going to hide. I deserve to come out in the limelight and do something with this. This thing is not going to kill me. But some of us are numbing the pain and numbing the frustration and numbing the feeling with all the wrong coping mechanisms. What will it take to make that mind shift change? And that is detoxing. Maybe you need to read the book. Queen, we have to do our book. We have to do our book club. We have to do it. We have to do it. We have to do it. People need it. We have to do it. And we tell ourselves, and we haven't made the time. We can squeeze 30 minutes one day a week and do it. We have to do it. Okay, so cognitive distortions. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. I've been married 3 times, and every marriage ended in divorce. So I'm not worth a good husband. This is just the way my life has been and always will be.
Mm-hmm.
Negative distortions. That's what we call it. Patterns of thinking that shape how we feel and how we behave. And when we continue to let these beliefs go unchallenged for years, they become toxins in the mind. They get us stuck where we've always been. We can't go forward. It doesn't take much to change your life. It really doesn't. It takes a mindset. So, this is what I'm going to say. Detoxing the mind means asking ourselves the question. I've already asked the question: is this belief actually true? Or is this something I learned through a very difficult season in my life? And if that is so, how is it serving me and the purpose I have for my life? We want to see real change. I think it begins from here.
I concur. I'm sorry, you all. If you all see me looking around, I am listening actively. I am producing in the background, making all these
Queen,
notes.
before you come in, I just want to
Go ahead.
acknowledge we have a viewer. I don't know if you can see it in the comments. Theo Kinsley Autry. He says, "Hello, I'm watching from the UK." So it's on my
I
feed. I don't know.
did. Yes, I did put that up earlier. Yes, I sure did. Yes.
So
Hello, hello,
wherever you're
UK.
watching from, we want to know. We want to know where you're watching us from, please. We know we do have a lot of people from Indianapolis, but I also know I have watchers from Ghana and other
Love it.
parts of the world. Please, we want to know where you're watching from. Thank you. Theo,
Love
thank you
it.
for.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. So, okay, so Queen touched, got to follow that, right? So, Queen touched on amazing topics, on amazing points for this topic. I wanted to share a couple things with you all, and I put them in the comment section. And so I'm just going to pull them up. A couple things when it comes to detoxing the mind. You all know I love talking about journaling. I think it is so helpful, so soothing, so healing. But one of those things is brain dump journaling. Okay.
It's what? Oh, brain
Oh, hold
dump.
on. Let me
Okay.
see. That's the wrong one. Brain dump journaling. There we go. So 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. And these, I'm gonna give you a few tools and tips, piggybacking off of what Queen said. I'll offer some tips and tools for you on that note. So brain dump journaling, we're gonna journal for 5 to 10 minutes. So you're writing down everything that stresses you out, the tasks that you have to do, the random thoughts that are popping up in your head. A lot of times we don't realize the overload that we have in our brains because it's so normalized. We are always in overdrive in our thoughts, and
Right.
they're so cluttering, and we don't notice it. And then we have the headaches and the fatigue and the irritability, all these things because our brains, our minds are in overload. So let's take some time. If you are not journaling yet, that is an awesome thing to do. And don't just write things down. I say this all the time. Don't just write things down on a piece of paper that you find because you have this thought. Maybe get something small enough to carry around with you so that, in the car or in the job, you can make these notes and maybe come back and elaborate on them a little later if you have a little more free time. If you're in a lunch break, a 15-minute break, you have these thoughts, these expressions that you want to get out. That is an awesome time to do so. Just jot down some notes. It holds you accountable for your thoughts. It helps you sort out and recognize the thoughts that you are having. Sometimes we're thinking things, and have you ever thought something? I've done it plenty of times, driving down the street, and you think something, and it's like, where did that thought come from? Just being accountable and aware of what we're allowing to come into our thought process, and not having shame from those, not having guilt from those, but acknowledging these thoughts and where they play a part in our lives, if they play a part at all. Some of the aggression, the negativity, the anger, the frustration, Where is it coming from? Does it have a place in this moment? Does it have a place in this season? Does it have a place in my life? So those are things to work on. And again, just note by note, line by line, just kind of figuring those things out and being honest with those things are so important.
Queen,
Another
can I
one,
piggyback on that?
please.
In this day of social media, please don't jump on social media. Don't say you're journaling on social media. You're gonna put your thoughts on social when you're frustrated with your husband, with your wife. You're gonna put everything on social media. Be angry, put it on
Mm-hmm.
paper.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on paper. And that's what a lot of us are doing. We are dumping on social media. We are
Mm-hmm.
processing on social media. It's not healthy. It will end up coming
Mm-hmm.
back to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was a time when social media was not there. I remember when I was upset with my husband at the time doing something, I will take a pen and paper and write a letter. But I didn't have any way to get the letter to him at the time, right? And sometime in the middle of the day when I have a little moment, I'll take the letter and read it. Now I'm thinking, oh my God, this is not good. By the end of the day, because I had done all of that stuff writing down, I had cleared my thoughts well enough to have a healthy conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So brain dumping is amazing, it's powerful. I just want to put this note there. Don't dump in public spaces because you will come to regret it and it will come back to bite
Mm-hmm.
you. Know where to dump. It is good, it is healthy, it releases you, it allows you to see your thoughts on paper, process it, correct it, fix it, or do whatever it is you need to do, deal with it. But do not dump on social media. Queen, I'll let you continue.
Absolutely. No. My queen sister says, I love brain dump journaling. Absolutely. It's healthy. Shout out to my queen sister with
Hey,
yes, Crystal S. Thomas, real estate if you're in Indianapolis. Check her out, Crystal S. Thomas on Facebook. Yes, it's so healthy to get those things off because a lot of times when we don't um, release in a healthy way, like she said, it does come back to bite you. A lot of times it comes back because of you reflecting. Sometimes you might say something trashy on social media and no one says that. It shocks me. I get in a situation where I see things on social media and it's like they are informal things. They're news. Sometimes you see things that you just, and you know how the algorithm works. Do you have to hit something, you have to hit the like, get the love, so that the word can get out. So something tragic has happened, and now my thing is, do I hit the like button so other people can see it and get the algorithm, or am I saying that I like this thing because I don't like what's going on, but I have to share this. So when we're doing those things, we have to be very careful with what we are engaged in and what matters. And that was going to be my next point with the social media thing. How much time are we spending when it comes to mental detox? How much time are we spending scrolling and scroll? Like, what is happening in the world? What are we looking for? And we're there's no aim. We're looking for anything that is going to entertain at the moment, anything that's going to strike our interest at the moment. I do like to look at certain things, and they're informational, and sometimes they're controversial. So why am I looking at this thing? Not that it's a bad thing, but did it bring value to my life? A lot of people ask me, well, girl, did you see the news today? Just no, not today, because today I woke up and I had a different mindset, and that's not not what I wanted to see. And I guarantee you, the horrific things that they're showing on the news, they'll be there for a few more days, and then they'll die out, and there'll be something else. What is the relevance of these things? And not that they're not relevant, but the overload. You can't turn on the news without hearing at least 3 shootings anywhere in Indianapolis alone. You can get 3 every day. So, what's happening where we're watching these things? What does it mean? Are we making a change? Are we being cautious about how we play into that? Because we see these things, but we don't say, hey, sis, hey, friend, hey, neighbor, this thing is not okay. How do we fix it? And sometimes it just starts with fixing your mind. That is how we start to fix things. When you say, this is not, that this norm is not okay. And when I make these things okay, it is affecting my mental well being. I don't like being normalized to foolishness. And if it's foolishness to me and not to you, why? Maybe it's not foolish. Maybe it's something I'm missing. And that's where that journaling is coming in at. But when you have all this overload of outside sources with nothing to gain but traction, we have to watch what we are engaging in. When it comes to followers, there are people that I love to watch. Certain things, you know, certain things I just have to unfollow because this thing's good. But certain things that are going on, I just can't rock with that. A broke clock is always right 2 times a day. Don't make it about the right, doesn't mean it functions well, you know. So just think about those things. I think there was one more. Was that it? Oh, so important, multitasking. Again, we're talking about mind detoxification, and these are just tips and tools. So it sounds like it's all over the place, but it's tips and tools before we move on to the soul and spirit detoxification. Multitasking. I know we have a lot of women that watch us, and I used to think that multitasking was the coolest thing. I felt like a superhero and I could multitask. And as I get older, it makes me feel a little wicky whack. Like I started to do this thing and this thing. There was one more thing I was going to do. Well, let me start with the first thing. And then what am I doing? All these, it just, we have to slow down. One thing at a time, and everything will get done appropriately. I promise you. Try one thing at a time. 25 minutes. You want to move on to something else after a short period of time? Move on. But don't do this, and that all together. It clutters the mind. And again, it kind of makes me feel, I don't want to say crazy, but it makes me feel wicky whack sometimes, where I'm just all over the place and I see myself. I step outside of my body and I'm like, look at this crazy chick just go, 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 go. And ain't got nothing accomplished. I done cleaned up here and then moved this mess over here with this mess and divided this mess over here. Just chaotic. Just take a moment. Enjoy whatever it is that you have to get done, that you want to get done, that you need to get done. And do it as long as you feel, until you feel some progress. Come back to it, but get it done though. We don't complete things because our minds are so fogged. We have so many unfinished things on our plates. There's a buffet. Some of these buffets, you can go and it's all you can eat. But if you sit down a third, fourth round and you have half your plate, half the food on your plate still, they charge you for that. Somebody might think that's cruel and wasteful, and it's your money, you spent your money, but it makes you mindful of the things you waste. Stop putting unfinished things on your plate that you know you're not going to complete. And then you sit back and you feel like you're a failure. You feel like you missed the mark. No one else said that, but you know. So let's just cleanse our minds, take a breath, and enjoy this process called life, and do it well. And I'll land there, Queen.
It's interesting you talk about multitasking and sometimes how chaotic it can be. I'd like to add that when we continue to do that, what we don't do is we don't give our best to anything. All things are done in house and they are not done well.
Mm-hmm.
We there was a poem we used to say, work while you work and play while you play. This is the way to be something happy and gay. All that you do, do with your mind. things done by house are never done right. A lot of the time we multitask so many things,
Mm-hmm.
but something is not getting full attention.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not getting the best. So at the end of the day, you give just you don't give your all. You don't give your best. You're doing it, but you're not doing it well. And that is something you want to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Since we are talking about mind, because the soul is made up of the mind, the will, and your emotions, I want to talk about a few things regarding emotions. Okay, emotions. And I mean this with all my heart. Please forgive. Take away resentment from you. Did you hear me? Don't carry unforgiveness. It hurts only you. It becomes a gate that stops you from moving forward. It becomes a wall that limits you from going where you need to be. And many of us are carrying resentment, unforgiveness, old wounds, disappointments. Please process this and release yourself from this prison you putting yourself in. The person who may have offended you may not even know you're still carrying this thing. And they've moved on with your life, and you are putting yourself in a prison you do not deserve to be in. But you've put yourself in that prison, locked the gates, and thrown the key away. That's what unforgiveness does. And in prison, where can you go? Literally, where can you go? It's so important. Who hurt you? Let it go. I'm not saying restore friendship. I'm not saying bring them back into your life. I'm not saying any of that. I said do the inner work and be free to live your life. Whatever forgiveness means, looks like to you, let it go. Because that baggage is holding you back. Lately, I've been trying to carry a backpack, girl. When it comes to removing it, you know what? I don't need that baggage on my back. So I just take it here and go and easy take it and put it up. It's heavy. It's heavy. And anything that you're carrying that is heavy weighs you down. It doesn't take you up.
Right.
Emotions, you need to process emotions. When they are not processed, they do not go away. Process it. How? Find someone to talk to. Journal dumping. Okay, brain dumping. Do something with it and let it go. Because once again, to detox is to take away, get rid of the old that are not serving the purpose, the journey, and make room for the things that will catalyze you into where you're going to be. That will help you, even if it's a slow movement, push you into where you're going to be. But if you carry unforgiveness, I promise you, if you're carrying unprocessed emotions, negative emotions, someone did something to you 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 8 years ago, my dear friend, hear my heart and hear it well. Only you are holding yourself back. The question is, how do I move forward from here? I can't continue to live my life backward. There's a reason when you walk forward, your eyes face forward. Your face forwards. It's not at the back of your head. Let it go. Let it go. Otherwise, you can detox all you want and you have these emotions inside and you're carrying it because somebody hurt you so bad and you're punishing them. I'm going to show you. You're showing yourself, not them. Okay? Unprocessed emotions are stored. They
Mm-hmm.
begin to influence how you see your people, how you see people, your relationships, how you relate. Okay, the way you trust or not trust others, and then how you protect yourself from being hurt again. You put yourself in a wall.
Mm-hmm.
It means, so letting it go means giving your permission, yourself permission to feel again, to love again, to heal again, and also to release yourself.
Mm-hmm. You know
I
what,
don't know.
Queen? You know,
Yeah.
let me tell you something, and I want you to finish. But when she says giving your permission, giving yourself permission, that's a big accountability thing because you're giving yourself permission to heal. But when you are opposed to that very thing for yourself, you are giving yourself permission to hurt. You're giving yourself permission to be angry. You're giving yourself permission to be diseased and ill. That is what you're giving yourself permission to do. You don't choose. And there is always a choice. We may not like the choices we have, but there's always a choice. Okay. And when we don't choose what's best for us in the long run, like she said, it's a costly thing. It's a costly thing. Go ahead, Queen. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that.
No, no, no. You're fine. This is good. This is really good. I just wanted to say this. I don't know who needs to hear this right in this moment. I really don't. And I feel like there's somebody who needs this, who is carrying that unforgiveness. Anything that person's name comes up, anger begins to well inside of you. You wish such something terrible will happen to them. It's not in your hands. Whatever is going to happen to them, however they're going to live their lives, or they're going to progress and go forward, it's not within your power. What is within your power is be able to set yourself free. And you deserve to free yourself. You deserve to fly. Fly, live in your purpose, live in your life. So I'm going to say it again. The resentment, the bitterness, the disappointment, those wounds, the unforgiveness. Process it. Because when you do not process these situations, they don't go anywhere. Process means talk it out, write it down, reflect on how it is serving you. Think about where it is taking you. Think about what is making to your life. Think about all this and decide, is it worth it? Please, please, we are detoxing our minds. We have too much to do. Okay, there's so much needs to be done. You are so much more, but you are yourself limiting and imprisoning yourself because of these negative emotions that are not serving you. You can live in your past, even if it's 1 week ago, you can live in it. Let those wounds heal. Call
Mm-hmm.
somebody, talk to somebody, write it down. Let's talk about your thoughts. Write it down, process it. I had to say this, Queen.
It needed to be said. Need to be said. And she said, you can see on the screen, gratitude shift. Okay, that going back to journaling. Let's try this, you all. And you can, where are we at? We're at the 46-minute mark. If you want to come back, 46-minute mark. Gratitude shift. Write 3 things daily. Something small, something challenging. If there's a lesson, let's look for the lesson in something challenging. If it's challenging, there has to be a lesson in it. Whether it's you're more patient, you're impatient, you should learn how to be quiet, you should speak up more, whatever that is. Find the lesson in the challenge. And then something about yourself. You'll be amazed at how many things you can learn about yourself in the moment when you are focused on you and where you want to go and how you want to elevate. Okay. So take some time to do that. Something else is stillness practice. Sitting in silence for 5 to 10 minutes daily. No phone, no music. Queenie talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, prayer sessions, meditation sessions, gratitude sessions, just different things where you're silent. I know I love to meditate. I have a habit of needing noise. And a lot of us are like that. I need noise, whether it's, the soft rain music, the, something, the singing bowls. I desire sound, so just sitting in that silence. 5 minutes is a long time for a lot of people. 10 minutes is like an eternity. Just sitting in silence, sitting still, not fidgeting, paying attention to when your body, your fingers are doing whatever, your toes, just all the distractions, and bringing yourself back to that centered stillness is amazing. Another thing when it comes to practicing dealing with your emotions, dealing with your mental, you all know I love breath work. I love breathing exercises. So we're gonna do a couple of them really quickly. I just want to show you all what it looks like. 3 of them. We've done this. I've done this once before, I think, on this broadcast. So just a refresher. 3 different ones. And I guess unless Queenie has something to say about the emotional and mental side, we can move on to the body detox, unless she has something to add. So let's do this really quick. We'll just do a couple of them for each one, each rep. So the 4-4-4 breathing. This calms the nervous system. So the 4-4-4 says that you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, and you exhale for 4 seconds. Now, I like it when I hold it after I exhale, I hold it for 4 more seconds. But we'll do it like this. We'll do 4-4-4. So this is going to calm the nervous system. We'll do it 3 times. Let's try that. Okay. So, everybody ready? Everybody ready? Let us take a second. Just relax. We're going to breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, breathe out for 4. So here we go. Let's breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. And hold it. Let's breathe it again. Hold it. Breathe out. And hold it there. One more time. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. And hold it there. Okay, so that is how you're going to calm that nervous system. And that's great for when you're in traffic. For anybody that has road rage, take a breath. When people tell you to take a breath, when I say that, I'm literally mean take 4-4-4. Take some breaths. And it's so soothing, and it just kind of brings you back really quickly to your center. Another one is the deep belly breathing. So what you do is you put one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. You're going to breathe in so your stomach rises, but not your chest. And what this does is it's a slow stress. It releases stress. It slows your stress response. I like to put my hand over my heart, and not just anywhere on my chest, but over my heart, so you can feel that response with your heart rate lowering and slowing down and getting into normal rhythm and not all over the place stressed out. And putting your hand on your stomach reminds you of where that breath needs to go. Okay. So let's try a couple of them. Let's do three. Let's breathe in. We'll do the 4-4-4 and breathe in with this. Let's breathe in, hold it, breathe out, hold it. Let's breathe in, hold it, breathe out, hold it, breathe in one more time, hold it, and breathe out. So that's going to slow your stress response. The last one we'll do is the sociological sigh. And that's where you inhale through the nose, take a quick second to inhale, and a long exhale, a long, slow exhale through the mouth. So you'll inhale real quick through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth. Let's try three of them. I don't want to count it. Let's just breathe in and out. So it's longer. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in real quick and breathe out. So those are just quick things that you can do. And we don't think about breathing. We think that we're supposed to be breathing, but and we are until we take our last breath, right? But we use all this breath, and it's wasted a lot of times in the things we say or don't say. We take things for granted, like breathing. So that is just a quick way to get your mind back in gear and say that every breath that I take is valuable. It is not promised. The next one's not promised. That's where that forgiveness comes in. You see, that's why we think when we speak now, because every breath is not, there is not another breath for any of us that's guaranteed. So how are we dealing with that mentally? How are we changing our atmosphere? We're just taking a breath and speaking the right things, saying the right things, doing the right things, therefore. Okay. So let's think about those things. Queen, I know we're almost out of time. I do want to talk about the body detox too. So do you have
Can we
anything else?
do that next week so we don't overload them? Because this is very important
Absolutely.
conversation. Because it's the season for resetting. This is spring cleaning, right? And we don't
Absolutely.
want only to clean our closet. We want to clean because one of the things I'm thinking about is also the environment. It's
Mm-hmm.
not only what is inside of us, but what we're exposed to. You already touched on it about what we're looking at on social media, through the news, and we want to go into details with this. I feel like we should continue this next week. But whilst you're
Yes.
detoxing your mind, what I want you to do is this: be intentional, okay, about redirecting. Mind, you can redirect your mind, okay? You can redirect what you're thinking about. And there's an exercise I wanted to share with you. Let me get my little pocketbook here, and let me get a pen.
And she's so cute, y'all. Her little pocketbook.
Let
She's
me
so
get a
cute.
pen. Okay, and you take a notebook, right? You take a notebook here. You divide it into two, and I'm gonna show you negative, positive. So if you think, so you write. Can you see my paper? No.
A
I'll
little.
do. I'll
It's
take
okay.
a picture and post it.
Okay.
But you take a paper and you divide it into two. One of them, one part side, the left side is all the negative thoughts that are coming to you. So when you're journaling, you can, divide that journal into two. The negative thoughts that are coming. What thoughts can counter this negative thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
I am not enough. I am not enough. I'm not good enough to start my own business. I'm not good enough to be somebody's wife. I'm not good enough to get this promotion. I'm not good enough to be chosen for this. this context, I'm not good enough. But what if the opposite side is, yes, I am good enough. Yes, I have the skill. Yes, even if I don't have the skill, I'm coachable, I'm trainable, and I'm willing to learn. Yeah, even if I don't feel good enough right now, I can be good enough if I apply myself to it. I can't do this. This is all the way it's always been. Yes, you can. Yes, I can. If I put myself, my mind to something, I'm able to accomplish it. So you write the opposite of what your mind is telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And you begin, every time that thought comes, you counter it. It's like fighting it with the opposite, fighting it with the opposite. It is so important, unless you don't want your life to go anywhere. But if you have a plan, you have a purpose, you have something you want to accomplish, then this simple exercise, seemingly simple exercise, is your way. You're retraining your brain, your mind, to get you to where you need to be. Number two, Queen G was doing breathing exercises with us. And when we take the time to literally, you know what we are doing, huh? We are taking oxygen into our minds. You know how they say when you exercise, you endorphins, you taking oxygen, because sometimes shallow breathing, we don't take the time to breathe, we don't think about it. But when we are intentional about breathing, we take oxygen, and oxygen is life giving for us as human beings. We are breathing oxygen into our brains to function effectively. It's so important. It may seem simple and we may not understand all the biology or all the science that goes with it. But I know one thing, you're taking oxygen back to the brain so it will function well. If you don't remember anything, remember, I'm feeding my brain with oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
You feel better.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. It doesn't seem like it's a lot, and yet it's so powerful. So we're looking out for you, our dear ones. We're looking out for you. We love you. We want to see better. We want to see you do better. We want to see you get out of your comfort zone. We don't want you to be the same way you were last year, finish 2026, be doing the same things, no plan, no purpose, no direction. No. So let's get rid of the things that are holding us back, that seem to drawing us back all the time. Every time we begin to move forward, that thing pulls you back. It keeps pulling you back. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, this is time to detox forever. Every 3 months, let's do something to detox. Fasting and getting into the word opens your spirit up to hear from your higher power. And I hope it is the God who created the heavens and the earth, the one who owns it, who possesses it, the one who made you, so he can direct your path. Because a lot of the food we're eating is junk anyway. I know I'm eating junk. So maybe I'm talking to me, so it's okay. I take it. All right. So let's take the time to detox. We focused on the mind and our emotions. And next week we're gonna go into our environment. We're gonna talk about the literal detoxes, the food we are eating. Okay. And I went to the grocery store and I bought some carrots and some stuff, and I was gonna make a juice out of it, green juice. And I knew it was gonna be a little bitter, so I bought carrots to add a little sweetness to it. But yeah, beets and everything. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna live it. I wanna live what we are speaking here because it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yes.
please.
Oh, that's all we got. Yeah, we'll definitely see. We always try to figure out what we're going to talk about next week, and we got a topic, and I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
so we're definitely going to do that. I do want to share with you all, and I'm going to share my screen really quick, and we can get out of here. I want you all to look. I know it's on our Facebook page. It's on our YouTube page for under post or either community. You can find those either way, either place. I'm not sure, but and at the very top on this broadcast, if you scroll all the way up on comments, the second comment is a link to our Gaia video for the week. I've not shared a lot of our Gaia videos lately, and so somebody asked me about it, so I am sharing that with you all today. You can watch it for free for the next 72 hours. Gaia, I pay for Gaia. I'm saying that because we were talking about the things that we watch to our minds and our spirits. I pay for Netflix. I pay for Peacock. I pay for Prime. What else? Hulu. This one here, Gaia, is the one to have. And like I said, I pay for the subscription, but there are certain videos that they allow me to share.
And I pay for Pep Talk. Pep Talk is also so empowering.
Okay.
It's similar to Gaia. It's so very empowering. Pep Talk.
You're going to have to put that in there so we can find that for sure. So, I'm sorry, I'm messing with stuff.
Let me type it here. Let me type it right here again. Pep Talk. It's called. Let me see. Pep Talk.
Okay. Yeah, put in the chat so everybody can look at that. But yeah, this is talking about detoxing drug free and just ways to do that. So Bridget Mars suggests that we let nature nurture us back into healthy states. Today, many people who struggle with toxicity, addiction, and dependency are looking for a safe, drug-free way to help their bodies. She suggests that the key to our wellness may well be in our own backyards, if we only know where to look. From dandelions to maybe kratom, Kratom, we explore many of nature's remedies for regulating blood sugar, anxiety, depression, detoxification, and relieving dependency. So that is about an hour long. You all can check that out, like I said, until I think maybe Tuesday. I might go ahead, if you all want to reach out to us at, I'm going to stop sharing this, at peak, at our not our website, but our email address, Peak Wellness Hour
at gmail.com.
Okay, there you go. I'm sorry, I was putting this up there for you. At gmail.com. Let us know you want to watch it. I might do a watch party tomorrow evening, and we might be able to watch it together. So email us, peakwellnesshour@gmail.com, if you are interested, and we can maybe do a watch party with that. I know it's soon. If not tomorrow, we might be able to do one sometime this week. I might do it tomorrow and then do it again later on the week. But you have the link, so you all can go ahead and look at that for yourselves. Like I said, you have 3 days to watch it. Definitely subscribe to Gaia if you have not, because it's an awesome
Queen.
link. Yes, ma'am.
Can we do book club Sunday evening starting sometime in the month of May or June?
You want to do Sunday? I know you're at service.
I'm done by 4. We can do
Okay.
Sunday evening at 7 p.m. ish. We have to get something done. God. I'm holding us accountable.
I know, right? We can do that. We could do that. There's a poll, y'all. There's the poll. Who'd be interested in our book club? We have to do it anyways. I enjoy reading. Like I said before, I don't read as much as I should. So there's that poll for you all. You can. Oh, I've never done that before. Yeah, we're playing with. I'm playing with StreamYard, practicing now because I've never used the poll. I'm gonna see what it looks like on my end.
Okay.
Let's see. What do you guys think? I'm down for it. You all can, again, email us, peakwellnesshour@gmail.com. I'm going to figure out how to use it. I'm going to figure it out. Well, there's the poll. Y'all can just let us know. I just wanted to practice and see what it looked like. But there's the poll.
Right.
So, yeah, I've never done that before. Okay, so yeah, let us know if that's something you want to do. You can put in the comment section, yes, no, or maybe right now. Just let us know. But we're definitely going to do that. Queen Edith says Sundays. I can do Sundays. I can do Sundays. That'll work. Um, so yeah, we'd love to have you all here with us for that. I think it'd be super awesome. I know we've been talking about reading Atomic Habits for quite some time, so we definitely want you all to get that book if you have not. There is the link for it if you all want to get the book, Atomic Habits. I love the book. I've got to say, I'm looking at it right now, sitting on top of my shelf at the very top. Grab that book. It's a great book. That's what we're going to be reading. I think even if you don't have it and you want to start a little later for whatever reason, I think the information is going to be so good and so valuable that you can jump right in. But we want to encourage you, just go ahead and grab the book. We've been procrastinating. We've been procrastinating. Um, but now there's no excuse. You have plenty of time to get the book. So we've been talking about it since the first of the year. So shame on us, but there it is. Grab that book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you scan the QR code, you can get that on Amazon, and this should be here within 24, 48 hours. So go ahead and grab that book and let's get to reading together. That's all I have. I'm really actually looking forward to next Saturday. Now I'm always pumped that when we have a topic, and we can just just meditate and focus on it, and get prepared properly so we can bring you all everything we have to the best of our ability and just grow with you all together. So I'm looking forward to finishing this conversation. So if you just came in on the last part of it, if you're watching on replay, watch the whole thing, share it with somebody else, and then definitely invite them to come back next Saturday, because we're not just going to get into the body part. I want to dive in a little deeper to what we talked about today with the mind and spirit and all that, and soul, and then also get into some food stuff and some body stuff. So definitely let us know what you're thinking. Um, I think this has been great. So yes,
I
yes, yes, yes,
agree. I concur.
yes. So Queen, take us out, beautiful, like only you can, unless you have something else.
So no, we're going out. Our audience wants us to be gone because they want
I
to
think
put
that's
all
for
of
sure.
this into practice, right? Right. So you see, awareness is key to everything. So I want to ask a question, and I want you to think about it, write it down in your journal, if at all possible. What mindset do you need to detox? What mindset? What emotional weight have you been carrying longer than you should? What in your life might be preventing the next version of you from emerging? These are questions I want to ask yourself. I want you to ask yourself and answer it. You can post them in the comments if you want to, but most importantly, answer them for yourself and begin to do the work that it needs so you can move forward. If you don't know, I love gardening. I haven't done it. I need some new plants again. I've been working so much that, but I need
Mhm.
some new plants. And you know what? Even gardening, you need to treat the soil. You need to take it. You need to remove the weeds. You need to feed it with some fresh manure and all of that stuff. That's just life. What must go so that the you that you need to see, the next version of you can emerge. We thank you so much for your time. Detoxing your mind, detoxing your life. Spring reset. Let's keep detoxing. I love you. We love you. We appreciate you. Until next time.
Peace
Love.
and blessings.
Awesome.